here so I've been thinking about wearing turtlenecks. How do you feel about that?
Like both of us or just you?
No, just me. Like I've been considering like adding turtlenecks to my wardrobe.
Are you like why?
I don't know. I feel like I'm conflicted with how I should be dressing. Like, should I dress young?
Have you
should I dress
ever worn a turtleneck?
sophisticated? I don't know. That's why I've been thinking about it. I've been considering it. I'm not saying I've made the decision. I haven't pulled the trigger yet. But I've been considering turtlenecks.
I think you'd look kind of dumb.
Well, then maybe I won't wear turtlenecks. I don't know. I was just I was considering.
I mean, are you being serious right now?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were joking.
I don't know. I feel like I'm always wearing something long sleeve.
You really are considering turtlenecks?
I don't know. It, would come up. I don't know. If I wore a different color turtleneck, maybe it would my beard would pop a little bit more.
I don't know.
Am I overthinking this?
Yeah. Are you going to wear some bell bottoms too?
Why would I wear bell bottoms with a turtleneck?
Know. Does that go? I feel like that's
turtleneck's more like business casual, dude.
Really? I think of like beatniks from like the 60s or 70s.
Steve Jobs. That's who I think
Really?
of. Yeah.
That's not where my head went when you said you wanted to wear turtlenecks.
You're like, well, you're definitely not Steve Jobs. Yeah. All right, fair enough. It's probably a bad idea considering I sweat like a freaking pig anyway. Sweating right now.
Yeah, turtlenecks? What are you thinking?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm conflicted, like fashion-wise. Like, how am I supposed to? How should I dress?
You should dress in any way that makes you feel comfortable.
The most comfortable I ever was big old baggy Dickies, a double XL T-shirt. Is that some sort of a critter on our roof?
Yes, that is a critter on our roof.
Well, you think he's wearing a turtleneck?
No.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm constantly looking. I'm at the point now where like everything I want from a fashion perspective, it's too expensive. Like I want to wear boots, but they're $200 boots.
Yeah.
What if I don't like the boots?
Yeah, well, you're picky, so you'll like them, and then you'll wear them once, and you'll get like the tiniest scuff, and then you'll be like, I'm not gonna wear these.
Well, I got some scuffs on these white ones already.
I'm surprised you're wearing them.
It's gonna happen. What am I gonna do? I gotta scuff them and never wear them again? I'm gonna let them go.
You've changed. You've come a long way.
I'm an advanced version of Rick.
Yeah,
that's what I am.
Very much so. Yeah.
Well, this is another episode of According to My Wife. Thank you all for listening. We really appreciate the support. I'm going to get it out of the way right now. Please like and subscribe. If you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts and leave a review, and follow us on Spotify and give us a 5-star rating. Obviously, if you like us. If you hate us, don't do any of that, please.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Yeah.
Just move on with your life.
Yeah, we don't need any unkindness.
We don't need no haters here. Although it's bound to happen.
It
We're not getting much. I mean, we've got, I think, 60 plays on the first episode on YouTube.
That's all we have released at this moment.
At the moment of this recording, we have released one episode officially. We've recorded a ton. But we have not received any mean comments yet.
Yeah.
But they are coming.
Yeah.
It's inevitable. That's just the world of YouTube. You can't escape it.
Yeah, I'm dreading that day, but it will happen. And honestly, I just have to remember that it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, like, who cares?
Yeah, it's just a bunch of strangers on the internet. We don't know who they are. They don't know who we are. Odds are if they saw us in person at Subway, they wouldn't say anything.
I don't go to Subway.
I don't know why we would be at Subway.
Yeah.
I don't think they would see us at Subway.
Yeah.
But if they did, odds are they wouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, please do all those things. Obviously, if you are enjoying the podcast, we appreciate all the support thus far.
Yeah.
This has been pretty cool.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy it. Yeah.
I do too. I think it's cool putting things out in the world and seeing how it's perceived.
Yeah, and when I die, there will be something, a legacy.
You talking about garden gnomes and corporate
any kind of
mascots.
legacy is fine with me.
That's true. That's true. There will be enough audio recording of our voices for AI to continue on our podcast without us.
Yes.
In perpetuity.
Yeah.
It will never stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think your AI will annoy my AI like you do me?
100%. Yeah. It'll probably dial it up a little bit.
Yeah. All right.
Because there's no real repercussions, just
yeah.
digital repercussions, which isn't a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so let's see. I had a busy week. I know this is terribly boring for you.
No, it's
for me
not.
to recall my busy week, but some of our listeners are fans of me and my comedy and my creative pursuits.
Yeah.
So I will be discussing some of the shows that I had.
All right.
I had a show in Denver. It was a great show. I love going out to Denver. We used to live in Denver. Big fan of Colorado. Always have been. Always will be. I have a lot of support out there. Still, I haven't done any rap shows out there in a while at this point.
Yeah.
I did. I think I did. I did Duddy's birthday party show, which that was cool.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, we got a little flicker. What's going on? But I haven't done like a big Cervantes show out in Denver. I think since 2019. I think
That was
2019.
a while ago now.
Yeah.
Huh. Wow. Okay.
Well, the pandemic.
That was pre-pan.
Yeah, pre-pan. I think the pandemic kind of ruined a lot of that. As I'm looking at, I got all these posters here. I'm going to put them up on the wall, but of the cool shows that I've done out there. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I haven't been to Denver in a little while. It's one of my favorite cities. And then I immediately flew back and did another show in LA the very same day that I flew, which is exhausting.
I don't know why you do that to yourself.
Because I had a head injury when I was a small child. There's something wrong with me, probably.
You had a head injury?
You had a concussion right here in Long Beach.
Oh, I mean, who hasn't had a concussion?
Well, I don't know, but I think concussions do things to your head a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
Well-
how come most people would never do what I do? Like
Well,
most
I
people.
don't, and I've had a concussion.
Well, we had different concussions.
Yeah.
What screw was knocked loose in my head is different from
The
screw in yours.
Or the several screws.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
My head injury resulted in me wanting to go be a live performer, and yours made you want to
I like
research
dogs.
weird. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, we got different things here.
Yeah, that's true.
I got this weird need for attention from large crowds, and you got dog breeds.
Dog breeds. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there are benefits to head injuries sometimes.
Yeah.
We might not know what they are at the time, but later on in life, they manifest themselves in dog breeds and stand-up comedy.
And birds. I like birds too.
You do like birds?
Yeah.
Yeah. All birds are warblers to me,
They're not though.
but they are.
Okay.
It's the only bird I know.
I actually don't even know what a warbler looks
Neither
like. And
do
did
I.
you get that from Max and Ruby?
Max and Ruby?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It's from some cartoon. Aren't they always like a warbler?
I have no idea.
Oh.
That's just the most
just
random bird that I could think of.
Okay.
And so now every time I see a bird, I just go, warbler. And it makes you upset. So.
I'm going to look that up one day. I want to know what a warbler really looks like.
I don't want to know.
I have a Birdopedia book.
Why am I not surprised that you have a Birdopedia
I also
book?
have the Birdwatcher's Bible.
Yeah,
which
okay.
actually I gave to Soph.
I'm not shocked by that
Yeah.
at all. The Birdwatcher's
yeah.
Have you ever watched birds? Have you
Yeah,
ever
from
gone
my
bird watching?
backyard. Actually, there was a crow on our neighbor's roof, and it had something in its mouth, and I almost ran and grabbed my binoculars.
But you didn't.
I didn't because he flew like the second I had that thought, and I was like, he knows.
If that bird were a dog breed, you would have done it. You would have got up.
I wouldn't need to. Dogs are closer than birds. Birds fly.
And you just know all dog breeds anyway.
I just know a lot of them.
Well, anyway, yeah. So I had another busy week. I did a show at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. That was a milestone for me.
It sure is, yeah.
On my 1-year anniversary, I started off doing stand-up comedy at the Hollywood Improv, and then on my 1-year anniversary, I did a show at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in Long Beach, California. I've come a long way.
Yes, you have.
It's going very well for me, as you can tell. On that note, I don't know. I have no idea when we're going to release these episodes. We're so far ahead.
Yeah.
I want to promote my shows, but I have no idea when these are going to come out. So
yeah, I think you should just be promoting your Instagram or
Yeah.
wherever else, because I feel like that's the best way for anyone that is interested in seeing any of your stand-up, going there, because that way it's up to date. This is not going to be current when
True.
people are listening. So
yeah, and if you are listening now and wondering why our first and second episodes said episode 2 and 3, that's why we don't say episode numbers
yeah,
anymore.
we stopped that.
Yeah, because we keep shooting ourselves in the foot.
Yes.
We re-recorded episode 1 like 3 times. They were all different episodes. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So, well, on that note, follow us on Instagram at According to My Wife. You can follow me at Rick Martinelli Comedy. You can follow Babs at Bilbo.Babbins.
Yep.
At least as of right now.
Yep.
If that changes, it'll probably be updated in the podcast description on wherever you stream this podcast.
Yep.
I'm sure it will change.
It probably
100
will,
times. Probably
yeah.
change to like your name should be like dog breeds.
What?
Yeah, something about dog
Just
breeds.
dog breeds?
Yeah, Babs and the Dog breed Babs.
That sounds stupid.
Well, Bilbo.Babbins is like,
That's so cool.
all right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah. Oh, and also follow us on TikTok. I just started our brand new TikTok. Also at According to My Wife on TikTok. And I just posted our first clip today. And you want to know what's funny? This is hilarious. I didn't tell. I saved this for the podcast because I just posted the first video right now.
Okay.
So when you start a new TikTok and you haven't like followed anybody or established like what kind of content you like, TikTok will just feed you random content to see how you respond to it. And the very first video that TikTok played on our screen, on my phone screen when I was logged into the at According to My Wife TikTok account was a woman farting.
What?
I swear to God.
Why?
I don't know. TikTok was like, let's start here.
I've never seen any kind of content like that.
Neither have I. I've seen all sorts of other TikTok content. Never seen a video of just some woman farting aggressively.
Ew, like on purpose?
Yes. Yeah, like towards the camera and everything. Yeah. And I was like, what the hell? We're off to an interesting start here on our podcast account on TikTok.
Way to mess up the algorithm.
It immediately thinks we like women farting.
Yeah.
I don't know what that says about our podcast.
Right? Wow. Okay.
All right. Well, okay, so since these are still the early episodes, if you're new, if you're just tuning in.
Yes.
My name is Rick Martinelli. I'm a stand-up comedian. This is my wife, Amber, also known as Babs. We call her Babs. No one calls her Amber.
Yeah.
She calls me Ricky because Rick Martinelli is also my dad's name. Although it is my professional name, she doesn't call me Rick.
No, I don't do that.
Babs will be researching topics, subjects, tidbits, little historical stories, facts, things that she finds interesting, and deep diving them, and then telling me about them right here live on the air. I do not know what she is going to be telling me about in advance.
Yes.
It's a surprise. So much as you, the listener, are hearing this for the first time, I also am hearing it for the first time. So let's get into it.
Okay. Are you ready to learn about medieval feasts?
Ooh, medieval feasts.
Yes.
Wait, I feel like, did we discuss this in one of the early episodes?
I have no idea. I tried to find my notes because I wanted to like redo some of them, and I don't know. I couldn't find them.
I feel like maybe we did in the first iteration of this podcast.
I think we did something that had to do with like Roman food. Because I remember like the weird ketchup that they made out of like fish.
Oh, it was yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Roman. Okay.
Yeah.
But in the same vein. Okay.
Yeah, I guess so, but this is medieval feasts. So a feast would be more like excuse me, a gathering or an occasion for something special, and I think before it was just like foods that they ate, like just everyday foods. This is a little different. This is like special.
Oh, that's right. I think that's what it was. It was like ancient cuisine or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Which no one will ever listen to because we lost those pretty
much.
My
very first thought when you said medieval feasts.
Yeah.
Medieval times.
Yeah.
Yes. My very first thought.
Yeah.
Which we have gone.
Yes.
And pretty epic.
I guess.
It's pretty silly.
I felt sad for the horses.
Well, you're empathetic to animals and their enslavement. For the entertainment of us.
Very true, yeah.
But wasn't it fun, though?
It was cool, yeah. Drinks were, like, really expensive there.
Well, yeah,
also, wasn't that was, like, 2009, I feel like.
That was a long time ago. I think that was one of our early anniversaries or your birthday.
Or my birthday, yeah.
That's funny that you wanted to go, and then we're there, and you're like, I feel sad for the horses.
Yeah. It was sad.
But it was cool, though. It was silly in a fun way.
I always wanted to go because of the cable guy.
Because of the cable guy. Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I always wanted to go just because. Mm-hmm. I'm aware of it.
Well, yeah, I guess I think most people know of it, right?
I think so. Yeah. I think it's a pretty well-known thing.
We should bring Soph there for her 16th.
I don't know if she would like it.
I don't care.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
I'm down.
Okay.
Wait, is it still there?
I don't know. I think
it's gotta be.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember the details a little bit. I just remember they didn't give you silverware. You had to eat with your hands.
Yeah, and like turkey legs.
Yeah, turkey legs.
Yeah, and like I think it was like a metal plate.
Yeah.
Of some sort.
Yeah, it was like a little kind of barbaric.
And I think you had like 2 options of food, right? Was it like you can get like vegetables or you can get like the turkey leg?
Yeah, I don't remember.
And then they served like Pepsi, right?
Yeah. Yeah. How ironic is that?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you can have this savage turkey leg. Would you like Pepsi or Sprite?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we got drinks, didn't we?
We did. I remember having some sort of like blue type of drink, and it was like $22 or something.
Oh, yeah.
It was super expensive.
It was very expensive.
And I feel like we got our picture taken or something, and I don't know what happened to it.
It's probably in a photo album somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe randomly.
Yeah.
But yeah, medieval times.
Medieval times. All right, but this is not about the place, medieval times. This is about the time.
I understand.
Yes.
Yes.
So
this
anyway.
is about the medieval times.
Yes.
Not
yeah.
medieval times.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so the medieval times, or also called the Middle Ages, starts around the end of the 400s AD and ends sometime in the 1400s. I put sometime because it's kind of hard to like verify. Like
Little
there's
vague.
Yeah, there's no.
There wasn't
like
a hard cutoff. They're like, hey guys, Dark Ages.
Yeah,
over.
No, and I also kind of feel like parts of the 1500s seemed pretty Middle Ages to me too, but it's not defined as part of the 1500s. I don't care. It seems like it.
You would assume too, also that they didn't refer to it as the Middle Ages at that time.
Right? Yeah, I don't think so. I think it was referred to as was it the Dark Ages? Is that where they were like, we're living in the Dark Ages?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I never thought about that.
They did, when World War I was happening.
Well, yeah,
they didn't call it World War I.
Well, I think it was called the Great War, wasn't it?
Right. And then I think when World War II happened, did they refer to it as World War II, like while it was happening?
I have no idea.
I have no idea either. I think that's just how we know it as like in a historic context.
Yeah.
Okay.
So during these times, civilization saw many changes in the way people lived and was a time when things were modernized from archaic ways. Political changes, religious changes, and also the foundation for many European countries and cities were being made during these times. Also, some of the greatest castles were built during this period.
That's so strange that like it's this kind of time frame that we associate with like a lack of technology, with like really harsh living conditions, but yet they built like these magnificent castles that are still there.
Yeah.
That's kind of a trip.
It is. And actually, I feel like those must have been really difficult to make. I don't know.
Yeah. It's just like a weird like juxtaposition of just like extreme like poverty and terrible living conditions, but then at the same time like creating these like lavish structures.
I know.
How did they do that?
I don't know.
Whenever I think about ancient construction or anything like that, like the pyramids, or you see like the ancient ruins, things like that. How the hell? I can't do anything without a computer. How the hell do they do anything?
I have no idea.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Literally
I don't know.
not a clue.
Yeah.
Maybe because I'm not that intelligent, but I have no idea.
It must have been insane though to build something so massive with stone.
Yeah. With what? And they just built wood ladders up to things?
I don't know. They didn't have scaffolding, right?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Did they? Maybe they did. I don't know.
That'd be funny if they just had like advanced scaffolding, like hard hats, just like New York construction workers making castles.
Aside from all of these great accomplishments, what the hell is wrong with me?
Accomplishments.
In history, I was interested in what a medieval feast looked like and what they ate. Food is a necessity to all, but also a luxury to others, and I wanted to explore that side of the medieval lifestyle.
Okay, let me see if I can just like imagine. Okay, turkey legs, like big, giant, like massive turkey legs.
Yeah.
Right? I imagine like some bowls of fruit and maybe like some pieces of goat meat.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think you're on the right side.
Haggis? I think of haggis.
I don't know. Haggis was a Scottish thing.
Yeah, but was there no Scotland in the medieval times?
Nope. Scotland didn't exist.
Really?
No, I don't know.
I don't know either. I have no idea.
We're not talking about Scotland, so I don't know. We're just talking about medieval feasts
I want to talk about haggis.
I would never try haggis, by the way. Would you? It's illegal in the United States.
I think if I were in Scotland, I would try it.
What?
I think I would. I don't know that I would want to like if we were at a restaurant. I don't know that I would want to sacrifice my whole meal's order on the choice of haggis.
Yeah.
But like if it were, how do you always manage to hit the mic?
I can't see anything.
If it were offered to me, like if someone that was there, like say we had a good Scottish buddy there. What's a good Scottish name? You should know this.
Well,
you're all about
Fergus.
Highlander. Okay, Fergus. We had a friend named Fergus.
Okay.
Who was there, and Fergus had the haggis. That's a good name for someone who orders haggis. And he was like, "You've got to try the haggis, mate."
Ooh, that was a good one.
I would try it.
Good job.
Yeah, I would try it. I would try a bite.
Yeah.
And then, but what if it was really good? What if I love haggis?
Well, you couldn't get it here in the U.S. because there's sheep lung, and sheep lung you're not allowed to eat sheep lung in the U.S.
I suddenly don't want to try haggis at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I would though.
Isn't it like some kind of like stomach or something filled with things?
Yeah, it's all sorts of disgusting stuff.
Okay.
Just all combined in some big balloon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Medieval feasts were a big deal and held for some of the most important occasions, but also because they didn't happen too often, When they did take place, they were extravagant.
Okay.
Yes. Feasts would take place for certain holidays, coronations, funerals, and the visit of a king and queen. Some records indicate that at certain points in time, a feast may have only taken place once in a year. Other years, there may have been between 2 or 3, depending on the occasion or historical event.
So what inspired this particular topic?
Do you want me to just kind of come out there with it?
I do. That's why I asked the question. I want to know.
This lovely book called A Medieval Feast.
Oh, wow.
And it's a reading rainbow book.
It's a scholastic book.
Yeah. This is what inspired me. So I got this book for Brooke.
Is that a pheasant or is that a peacock?
It's a peacock.
They were eating peacocks?
We'll get to all of this. So this is a child's book, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Can we just back it up? And I just would like to say that Babs brings home a lot of children's books.
For the children.
And we do have children. But they're not always for the children.
Okay, that's true.
This one was not for the children.
No, this one was not for... Actually, I never even read it to Brooklyn.
Of course not.
I sat in our bed and read the whole book, and I was just like, what the hell? This is weird.
Wow.
And then that was actually kind of a while ago. And then we started to redo the podcast, and I was like, that book was weird. Do I still have it? And I searched everywhere for it, and I was like, yes, this is what we're doing.
I would assume you did a little bit more research than what was in this children's book.
I actually fact-checked a lot of the stuff that was in here, and it's pretty accurate. This is technically a book of fiction, but that's because it's not about a real king or a real queen. Well, I don't want you to look through the pages.
I don't want to. I just want to look at the cover.
Okay.
So I just want to get an idea of what we're potentially looking at here. Wow. Oh, I see some things that I'm interested. Reading Rainbow, dude.
Yeah, a Reading Rainbow book. Yeah.
Yeah, Reading Rainbow, a medieval feast.
Yes.
It's a Reading Rainbow scholastic book. Okay, I won't look through it. I don't want to.
No,
I don't want to spoil the surprise.
Yeah. So anyway, this is my inspiration today, and honestly, because
you had that sitting there the whole time, like tucked next to you, and I didn't even notice.
No, that's not surprising.
I don't pay attention so much.
So anyway, that's my inspiration.
Okay. Wow.
Yes.
Well, thank you, the little free libraries of Long Beach.
Yeah, which there are many.
There are many.
Yes.
Yeah, and also Babs brings home a lot of books that she thinks I would be interested in.
Yeah, like the Mosquito Bowl.
Like the Mosquito Bowl.
Yeah.
It's like 700 pages long.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that long.
The book's this thick.
I don't know. I just thought it was big print.
You brought me home Black Widow.
Yeah, I think I took that one back
novel.
for you. I'm about to take the Mosquito Bowl back because
I don't think I'm going to read the Mosquito Bowl.
You're not going to read the Mosquito Bowl. I'm not going to bring home books for you anymore. The Congo, I brought home Congo
you did
for
bring home
you.
Congo too. Yeah. I did not read Congo.
No, you didn't.
I was not interested in Congo.
It's okay.
Although that was a Michael Crichton book, though.
Yeah, it was.
I do like Michael Crichton.
Yeah.
I read Jurassic Park.
That's why I brought it home for you.
Yeah, but dinosaurs are cool. The Congo, I don't
Gorillas aren't cool.
I don't know. I'm more interested in dinosaurs.
That's true.
Everyone loves dinosaurs.
Apes are cool, though.
Well, yeah, but I don't know.
All right. They're like man-eating apes.
Who was in Congo? Am I thinking? Was Congo the one that had
Amy Pretty?
That was Congo.
That was
okay.
Congo.
I'm getting Congo and anaconda confused.
What? That's a snake.
I know.
Anaconda is literally a type of snake.
I know, but when you brought home Congo, I was like, is this is the
J-Lo?
book with J-Lo and Ice Cube?
No, that's what you thought?
That's what I thought. Yeah.
No, this was the Amy Pretty.
Okay, that's actually okay. Who was in?
I don't think there was anybody in that movie, was there?
There was no actors in that movie at all.
It was just apes.
It was just Amy.
Yeah.
All right. That's enough.
All right. When a king was said to travel and stay at a manor or an abbey, many people accompanied him. He would travel with his queen, knights, squires, and many other members of his court, as well as his horsemen. This could be not only hundreds of mouths to feed, but also to house, including their horses. Preparations would begin at once, starting with the royal suite being redecorated, and tents were set up for the king's horsemen and other members of the king's party.
Wait, the horses were involved in? They had feasts too?
Well, the horses they don't have cars.
So just the horses were there.
Yeah, they had. How do you think they traveled there?
I don't know. I just thought when you said that, I imagined like they set out a feast for the horses too.
No, like this is okay. So let me just back it up real quick. So, like for instance, if a king or a queen was traveling to another place, they rode on horses. So sometimes travel took days.
Sure.
So they couldn't stay in a hotel. So they would stay at like different lords' manors or abbeys.
Right.
So there would be word sent like, hey, the king is going to freaking, I don't know, some state, or not state.
The official proclamation. The king is going to freaking the state.
Yeah, someplace. And then they would like let these guys know that would be in the path of that. And so then they would be like, okay, we got to prepare for this crap.
Yeah.
And then they would.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
When you said it, I just imagined like a horse feast as well. Like they were like,
No, they just
for
had
the horses.
No, they had to like ride horses.
Okay. That's a lot more logical.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Hunting was only allowed by the lords who owned the land. So the lord of the manor and his party would hunt in preparation for the feast.
Real quick, how badly do you want to read this in an English accent?
Oh my gosh, why am I starting to do it?
A little bit. I felt like you were about to slip into it and you caught yourself.
I don't know. The serfs,
yes,
who were the poorer people who tended the land and lived on the lord's property, trapped animals for the feast because they were not allowed to hunt.
Yeah.
The animals that lived on the Lord's land belonged to the Lord.
They belong to the Lord.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
I mean, that's how rich people handle things.
Those are not his wild rabbits.
Those are mine. That's what they are.
They're not.
Yeah.
They hid in bushes to catch birds, fished, and set ferrets into rabbit holes to drive them out.
The serfs did this?
The serfs.
Yeah.
And it's like SERFS.
Yeah.
Serfs.
Yes. I know what a serf,
good.
is. Yeah. They were kind of like early.
They were like kind of like peasants, but like I think they lived a little bit better because they like tended to like a lord's. So they
were kind of like early versions of like slaves a little bit, right?
Yes,
they were because they were owned. They were like the lords and the king's property.
Yes. So I'll show you a little example.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Scholastic.
So this would be the Lord's house.
Yes.
The castle.
Yeah.
And see how the serfs all have their own little homes.
Right.
But they're in charge of taking care of the lords.
Yeah, they serve the
Lord.
The Lord.
They serve the Lord.
Serve the Lord.
But yeah, they would be tending to everything that the Lord needs.
Amen.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
Let's see where I was. They picked berries, gathered fruit and vegetables, and had honey for sweetening certain foods. Grains would be ground into flour and bread, and trenchers would be made.
What are trenchers?
I'm about to get into that.
Let's get into trenchers.
A trencher was a flat, round, stale piece of bread that was used for a plate.
They didn't have plates. They just had stiff bread.
Stiff bread.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. After a meal was eaten off of the trencher, rich people would give theirs to the poor as alms. Alms was an act of charity.
Here you are, peasant.
Yeah.
Have a stiff bread.
After they just ate off of it, too.
It's just got like gross like goat meat on it. And they're just like, yeah.
Yeah. And saliva.
I give you my alms.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
And while the rich did not eat their trenchers, poor people did. Yeah. It's sad.
Poor people.
I know. Poor people.
Yeah.
Butter would be churned and cheese made. They also had beer and wine being readied in the brew house. Pigs, deer, and wild boar would be cooked and seasoned with spices.
I want to know there are a lot of like breweries that do like old timey style beer recipes and stuff.
Mead would be one. Yeah. And there was another one that I think started with an M too, but I can't remember.
But I would like to know what that was really like back then.
Awful.
Because it wasn't cold.
Remember the one time I ordered mead?
Yeah, I do remember that.
And you guys were all like, what?
We're like, did you just order mead?
It sounded cool. And I was like, I don't know what this is, but I'm ordering it.
We're like, what are you, a fucking Viking?
Yeah, and it was so disgusting.
Yeah, I remember that. You were not happy with it.
No, it was so gross.
I remember where that was. That place is gone now in Denver.
Really?
Yeah, that was in Denver. Falling Rock Tap House. That was one of my favorite places.
All right.
It's gone.
How sad.
I think.
Oh, you don't even know.
No, I drove by where I'm pretty sure it was, and it didn't
okay.
look like it was there anymore. Maybe I'm wrong.
A lot of
we
things
already
change.
established I don't pay attention to details very much.
Very
You had
true.
a book next to you. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's literally right here.
A great scholastic book.
Yeah. Only rich people could afford spices, so poor people's food was often bland.
Boiled chicken.
Boiled chicken. Ugh, that's gross.
Yeah.
Like the chicken I tried at Costco today. You have no idea how gross that was.
I do. I looked at it and was like, I don't want to eat that. That looks disgusting.
I didn't know it was canned chicken.
One look at it, I was like, that's not normal
That's
chicken.
why I asked him if it was fish or chicken.
How about he just kept talking to us as
I
we were
know.
just
Why
walking
did he keep
away?
doing that?
We were like 15 feet away. He was like, it's really good.
Yeah.
Like, dude, we're gone. Yes. We're not going to buy it.
No.
That was so weird.
That was,
and you were just like holding it. Like, I could tell you were like looking over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Like, is he still? I'm not going to eat this shit.
Yes, I know. Well, also, I felt like he was offended that I thought it was fish.
Yeah.
He was like, "You have no idea how many people think this is fish." I was
Yeah,
like, "Geez,
it's like,
okay." Did
I get that all day. It's not fish.
Yeah. Once
It's not canned tuna.
it's canned
ma'am.
chicken.
This is not canned tuna. It's canned chicken. It's
Yeah.
equally, if not more, disgusting.
Guess I struck a nerve.
Yeah, that guy
Poor
was
guy.
very upset. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, "You think I wear this plastic hat and these plastic gloves for you to think this is tuna?"
I thought it was tuna.
It looked like tuna.
It did look like, yeah, I thought it was tuna. That's why I asked. I was like, I'm not going to eat this.
I think he gave it to you on, what did you just say? What were the
A
stale bread
trencher?
plates? He gave it to you on a trencher too.
Yeah.
He was like, "Here you go, peasant. Enjoy your feast."
Yeah. I threw it away. Swans, geese, and even heron would be roasted. Peacocks would be cooked and then reassembled with its feathers shoved back in after being cooked.
Wow, that is, I mean,
So
that's
gross.
barbaric, but these were pretty barbaric times.
Yep. It was pretty to them.
Yeah, that was like the Michelin star presentation.
Yes, yeah.
Was just reassembling a peacock
yeah.
carcass. I'm not gonna lie though. Look, I would never eat it. I would never eat a peacock, but I'm a little curious.
About peacock meat?
Chicken is good. Chicken's good.
Yeah.
A peacock is just like kind of like a big colorful chicken, isn't it?
I mean, I don't know.
Chicken is good. Turkey is good.
Have you ever had like one of those little game hens?
Game hens are good.
Okay, what about pheasant?
I don't think I've ever had pheasant.
Me either.
But I would try it.
Do you think someone ate Jerry?
Oh my God, I didn't think about
Me
that.
either.
Whoa.
Somebody ate Jerry. We have a stuffed pheasant
named Jerry.
named Jerry.
And
But
I
I
think-
found him because our neighbors got rid of him and he was going to be thrown away. And I was like, you can't throw this away. So I took it.
Did our neighbors eat Jerry?
Oh my God, I never even thought about that. Someone ate Jerry.
We live in a neighborhood of barbarians.
Yes. Is that a raccoon?
I don't know. I always hear that. It's probably just a cat, realistically.
Oh,
We got some cats in the neighborhood.
yeah. Okay, so they made meat pies, fish tarts, soups, and ate boar's head and cow's tongue.
Ugh.
And even something called pudding de swan neck.
Did you say, what did you say? Fish, what did you say?
Fish tarts.
Fish tarts.
Yeah.
That's not, when I think of a tart, I think of a baked good.
I think there's like not sweet tarts. I think there's like non-sweet tarts.
Fish tarts.
Fish tarts.
Okay.
Yes.
I wonder if clearly if they only had these like a couple times a year, two, maybe 3 times a year, all these things were like, this was like a big
Oh
deal.
yeah, people weren't just walking around eating swan de pudding or whatever, pudding
Yeah.
de swan neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this was definitely like a
The pudding de swan deck was like the swan neck pudding.
Yeah.
The pudding de swan neck to them was like the buffalo chicken cheese dip for me.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
You think they were like after the feast, they were like, oh, the swan neck.
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
And also, I don't know, that just sounds pudding was different back then. It's not like a congealed thing. Pudding, like, remember when we get at Lowry's?
We're going to Lowry's tomorrow
We
night
are
for my birthday.
So excited.
Yes. Bread pudding.
Bread pudding.
Yeah.
There, it's
It's
not,
not pudding at all.
and it's not even bread pudding. It's called something else.
No, not bread pudding. It's called
I want to say Worcestershire pudding, but that's not right. What the hell is it called?
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire pudding.
Yes.
And it's just bread.
It's just bread.
It's not pudding at all.
But it's actually really good if you put a little bit of your meat and a little bit of your mashed potatoes.
I just soak everything up with it.
It's
whatever's
actually
left.
really
The
good.
au jus.
I didn't do that at all until the last time we went to what was the place we went to for my birthday?
Tam O'Shanter.
Tam O'Shanter. And I was so drunk that I was just like eating everything together as one. And I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah, you were pretty wasted on
I was
that one.
so drunk.
I have a lot of pictures from that night that you are looking tipsy.
Yeah, I was beyond tipsy.
Yeah.
I don't even hardly remember that meal. I just remember I was like, I got to eat all this food.
That meal was good. That's like a legendary LA place, but I still prefer Lowry's
Yeah.
because they don't got the salad.
Very
They
true.
did not have the salad. At
I'm going to
Tam
eat
O'Shanter.
nothing tomorrow so I can eat a lot for dinner.
Yeah, but that might like shrink your stomach up a little bit.
Nope.
You got to eat a little.
Nah.
All right. Well, fair. Hey, to each their own.
Yeah.
I'm eating it all, no matter
You're
what.
eating all day.
Even if I go in there like moderately full to begin with,
Yeah.
I will stuff myself like a medieval feast at Lowry's. I don't give a
Yes.
shit.
Oh, so
I'm
excited.
going in no matter what.
Yeah.
It'll be a rough drive home. I don't care. Sign me up.
All right.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Me too.
So they loved a good 4 and 20 blackbird pie.
Okay, so I was gonna say because I saw a blackbird pie on the cover of that.
Yes.
and that's like There's like a nursery
Yeah,
rhyme?
sing a song of sixpence.
Yes.
Yes.
Blackbird pie.
Yeah.
The 4 and 20 blackbird pie. They say
Yeah.
that exact phrase,
They
don't
do. So supposedly that has something to do with like pirates and like I don't know, but we're not diving into that right now. So
Yeah.
I didn't like dive deep into what the hell the blackbird pie stood for.
Yeah.
But it was a thing, and
So it was like a meat pie kind of, but it was blackbirds?
no, not quite.
Or they just called it blackbird pie?
No, actually, let me explain. I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
While they did eat blackbirds and pies, at grand feasts, there would be a large pie crust made, and live birds would be placed beneath the crust. So the crust would be made already, cooked, and they would have like a deep pie, crust, but there would be a crust on top. So they would take the crust off, shove a bunch of live birds, and then put the crust on over the live birds. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It wasn't 420 or anything like that.
Right. Wait, but then would they cook it, or it was just
it was the crust was already cooked.
They just kept them in there?
Yes, and so when they cut into the pie, the live birds would fly out, and the crowd would cheer and clap, and it was a great spectacle.
Did they eat the bird shit pie crust?
I don't know.
Because that would have been
I don't know. I
disgusting.
thought about that too. I was like, "There's like mites and stuff on like."
Yeah, just feathers and bird shit.
Yeah, really gross.
Would you like a feather and bird shit pie slice?
Yes.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, I don't know if they actually ate the crust. They probably gave it to the peasants.
Yeah. Here you are, serfs.
Yes.
Thank you for picking berries. Here's a bird shit pie.
It's messed up.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Man. So it was just kind of like a parlor trick type of thing.
Yeah, it was definitely like a party trick.
Party trick.
Did you say parlor trick?
Parlor trick. Yeah, it's also a phrase.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never heard it.
Yeah, parlor trick.
Okay.
Now you know.
Yeah, now I know.
See, we learn on this podcast.
We learn. Yes, we're all learning together.
We are.
Yes. Sometimes the cooks would make a grand cake that would resemble a castle made from dough, and it would be stuffed with meat, eggs, fruit, and nuts.
That sounds like a fucking awful cake.
I know. Yeah. More like a pie, I guess, because, they had meat pies.
You got a meat cake. Hey, you want a meat cake?
Yeah.
Hey, what would make this red velvet cake better? I don't know. How about some goat meat?
Ugh, and some nuts and fruit.
Oh. I mean, if you put some bird shit in it,
cake.
too, that would be, that's it.
Ugh.
You cover all bases there.
Yeah. So this was the strangest one, in my opinion. Freaking Brooklyn. I swear to God.
Our youngest daughter is obsessed with setting alarms,
and we don't know when they're gonna go off.
Yeah, she'll just set alarms in our phones, iPads, everywhere. And she's obsessed. She really loves setting alarms and changing the theme on the Roku.
Yes, she does. Yeah. The strangest dish, in my opinion, was the cockentrice.
I don't like the name already.
Yeah. This was a turkey and a young pig. They would both be cut in half, stuffed, and the lower half of the turkey's body would be sewn onto the pig's upper body, and then vice versa.
So it's like a medieval turducken, a little bit.
Sort of, except it was literally like a pig with turkey legs, and then the turkey head with pig legs. They made it into two. I don't know what they stuffed it with. I'm assuming potatoes, but
feathers.
I don't know. They have to eat it, so not feathers.
They ate the bird pie.
Really?
Oh my God, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, you're killing me.
That one is like weird and kind of grotesque a little bit.
I think it's disgusting.
But I like turkey and I like
That's gross. Look, here's a picture.
That's weird.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
No, that's weird. No, thank you.
How do you feel about like when they do like the luau barbecues where they got the whole pig with the apple in its mouth?
I think that's
I'm not really.
I think that's really disturbing.
I don't
personally,
see the
I'm sorry.
face.
I'm not gonna eat that.
I don't want to see the face of the animal I'm eating.
No.
I don't want to see its eyes.
No.
Like whenever they serve a whole fish on a plate.
I think that's gross too.
Me too. I'm like, oh, get it away from me.
No,
that
gross.
seems like some peasant stuff.
Yes.
To me.
Yeah. Ew.
But they do that at like high-end restaurants.
I know.
Here's this whole trout. Look at its eyes.
Yeah.
Look deep into its soul.
It's like staring at you.
Yeah, it's just dead and just looking at you.
Yeah, like why are you eating me?
Creepy.
Sad.
Wait, what was that called? A
cockentrice.
A cockentrice.
Yes.
Okay.
This meal was said to resemble mythical creatures. Medieval feasts would last for hours and include music and entertainment. That's the end of my medieval feast story.
All right.
My sources are wikipedia.com, medievalists.net, and A Medieval Feast, a Reading Rainbow book by Aliki.
Reading Rainbow, man. Still, however many years later, 30 plus years later, reading Rainbow, still teaching all of us.
Yeah, what year is this from? 1983.
83. Wow, predates us.
Yeah, it's older than us.
Wow.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm a little curious about what a peacock tastes like. I'm curious.
No,
I know I'm not going to do it. There are wild peacocks in LA. I'm sure that would be very frowned upon.
Yeah, there are. There's some that like venture into some of the neighborhoods around here.
Yeah. Or remember when we went to that, what was the Hollywood Cemetery? What was that one?
Yeah.
Hollywood Forever. The Hollywood Forever Cemetery had peacocks just cruising around.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Yeah.
forgot about that. Yeah.
All right. Well, a cockatrice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of a clever title for this episode. I don't know that I
Why
want to
don't
put
you wait till the
cockatrice in
fun
it.
fact is done, because
Okay.
you might get some ideas
That
from
might
that
get us
too.
there?
I don't
Okay.
know. We'll see. So anyway,
The bird shit feather pie is, I think, that's
that's a good name. Yeah.
the bird shit feather pie.
That's so
Wow.
gross.
I mean, I don't know. You could probably say some of the stuff. I mean, I don't know. Eating animals in general, I guess, is barbaric by nature. So I don't know. They do weird stuff in fancy restaurants these days.
Yeah, and this isn't about like animal rights or anything like that. Like
This is just-
we're just talking about stuff that has happened in the past. And
Yes.
this was a medieval feast. This is what they did. So
It is interesting. I guess I never thought about like that, just one specific aspect of that time frame. I figured they probably ate pretty poorly. I just figured it was a lot
so
of
poor
like,
people mostly ate like vegetables
Yeah,
and stuff,
grains
like
and
whatever they
stuff.
could, grains, whatever
Yeah.
they could get their hands on, but not anything that was like seasoned. And also, like if they had meat, it probably wasn't the best quality.
yeah, boiled chicken on a trencher.
Yep,
Is that what it's called? A trencher?
trencher.
Canned buffalo chicken from Costco on a trencher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stupid.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah,
All right. Well, very interesting.
thank you.
Again, I mean, I don't know how long we had that book.
Like 4 months,
Okay.
5 months, I don't know, 6 months.
Medieval Feast.
Medieval feast.
I mean, I feel like medieval times is not living up to
They
that
sure are not.
that
No.
level of
No.
of reality.
Where's the swan neck pudding?
I want some swan neck pudding. That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
that's
dude.
a good one for the title.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
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 Bird shit feather pie and the swan neck pudding. I don't think I
Why
should
do
put the
you?
word
Why are
shit
you so obsessed with the something and the something?
because I think it's funny.
Oh, okay.
I think it's confusing. I feel
Why?
like people look at it and they go, "What the hell could this be about?"
Yeah.
And I like that
Okay. I like
because
that too.
it could just be like the history of medieval feast. Somebody could just look at that and go, "Not interested."
Yes, absolutely. Well, yeah, and actually, I kind of like that you are taking something from the episode and adding it to the title, because you are pulling something from it, and that might be something that
Was that a half belch there?
it was actually something just creeping. It's something that will maybe entice people, because you're right. If they just see medieval feast, like, okay, boring,
Right.
but it's not. It's
Well,
interesting.
and a lot of what we're like the context of our conversation spans many things, not just necessarily
Yeah.
just the medieval feast.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like going on tangents and going
Yeah.
on these little
Yeah.
random trails to nowhere.
It's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that was the end of the recording on that one.
We still have a whole nother.
No, just of that probably because it can only film for X amount of minutes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we still have our fun fact.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Fun fact. Novelty dishes were a big part of What is wrong with me today?
I don't know. Maybe we should have alcohol, the tea, the sleepy time tea.
No.
You're falling asleep. baby.
I'm not, though. Novelty dishes were a big part of medieval feasts, but some chefs began to take things a step further and increase the surprise of a pie's contents. Thinking about the
The
4 and
blackbird
20,
pie.
yeah. The 4 and 20 blackbird pie was a big hit, so chefs began to wonder, what else could we have pop out of a pie?
I just imagine like a stripper.
What
pops,
kind
you
of
know-
pie are you
You
talking
know how they
about?
pop out of cakes? Like
Yeah.
that kind of thing?
Okay.
Yeah.
Some chefs in France decided to have pies that rabbits would hop out of once cut open, and even frogs.
Bird shit pies, rabbit shit pies,
Yeah, frog pie.
frog shit pie.
Yeah. Lots of
I mean, how
shit.
long were they in the pie crust?
I don't know. And I would
Enough-
imagine that, honestly, so this is a thing that they did. I don't agree with it, whatever. But like really thinking about it, like how hot did it get under those pie crusts that just were baked? Those
Yeah,
poor animals.
I
This
know.
is terrible.
I know. Just for Novelty.
Just for people to go like, oh wow, look at that, and clap.
12 bunnies.
Yeah.
Although, okay, just hear me out. If you sat down at a restaurant and you had
Oh
no
my
idea,
gosh, shut up.
you had no idea what was going on. They brought out this big pie, and it was like a Benihana type thing. And they're like, whoa, and they cut the pie, and 12 bunnies hopped out. You'd be like, what?
Yeah.
You
Can
know
I
you
keep
would.
one? I'd instantly grab one and start petting it.
I don't even think you would be like, it was so hot in there. You would just be like, bunnies.
Yeah, you're probably right. Especially if I had like one drink too. I would instantly be like, what? Did you see that?
We should bring this back. Let's bring it back.
Okay.
No, we shouldn't, actually.
I know.
Animal rights activists would have a
well, we're
heyday
not
with us.
serious. We joke a lot here.
It's all jokes.
Yeah. No one should take us actually serious.
We're just messing around here. She is not a scholar, and I am not a real comedian.
Thank you.
Although kind of am a real comedian. And you are a scholar.
I absolutely am.
Yeah.
That's right.
Scholar's a frame of mind, man.
That's right.
Damn right.
The most fantastic pie filling, though, made for King Charles and Queen Henrietta Maria, King and Queen of England at the time, was a spectacle never to be forgotten.
Okay.
When their pie was cut open, out popped a little person. His name was Geoffrey Hudson. He was a dwarf.
See, I was kind of on the mark a little bit.
Yeah, you were. That's why when he said that, I was like, how does he know?
It must have been a big pie. Is that that one again?
Yeah.
All right, whatever, dude. Just carry on.
He became famous from this pie popping stint, becoming known as the Queen's Dwarf and also Lord Minimus.
Lord Minimus.
Yeah.
It's messed up.
I know it is.
He probably lived pretty good, though.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah.
He was a court entertainer, and he later went on to become a soldier. He killed a full-size man in a duel, and he was captured by pirates twice.
Damn.
Yeah.
Minimus.
Geoffrey Hudson. Yeah, Lord Minimus.
And Jeff Hudson.
Yeah, Jeff Hudson.
You're just the king and queen are sitting there. They're just waiting to be entertained. Out gets rolled this giant pie. Poof, Jeff.
Jeff. There's Jeff. Yeah.
Is that Jeff?
Yeah.
My golly.
Yeah.
How did you fit Jeff into a pie crust?
Because he's little.
Well, obviously,
He's a little tiny guy.
But he's still bigger than a rabbit.
Pie.
He's still bigger than blackbirds.
And he's bigger than a pie.
That's what I'm saying. It's still a big pie.
Yeah. My source is medium.com.
It would. I think it's funny that it's medium.
Oh, I didn't even.
.com.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
that was fun.
Okay, so I think it's got to be Jeff Hudson and the swan neck pudding.
Okay.
I think that's it. It's got to be it. All right. Well, we learned about medieval feasts today. We learned about weird things that they put in pies.
Trenchers too.
Trenchers.
That they ate off of.
Stiff bread plates.
Yep.
Man, well, I feel like at least if shit hits the fan and we lose all of our possessions,
we'll still have plates.
Well, if we don't have the plates, we'll just
get a
stiff piece of bread.
Okay.
And we'll have trenchers.
Yeah.
And we'll spread some fish tarts on it and eat it.
All right.
Yeah. I think a fish tart still sounds better than that canned chicken from Costco.
Yeah. I'll eat a medieval fish tart over the canned chicken from Costco.
Haggis over canned chicken from Costco.
All right.
Well, that's it. That's another episode of According to My Wife.
Yep.
Thank you guys for tuning in again. Please like and subscribe. If you are watching on YouTube, leave a comment, send it to a friend. Make sure to subscribe to us if you are listening on Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Spotify Podcasts. Leave a review. Give us 5 stars if you like it. If not, then just stop listening. Go home. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Don't bring us down, man.
That's right.
All right. Well, that's it. See ya.
Toodles.